Hey, it's Rachel from Hope Corner Farm, and today we're going to learn how to make this twisted lines headband. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to get notifications for when I post new videos. To begin, you need to gather a few things for this headband. First off, you're going to need a size I hook, which is 5.5 millimeters. You're going to need a pair of scissors, and you're going to need a tapestry needle. You're also going to need some medium weight yarn. Any medium weight yarn will work. This is actually, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. I've used Karen Simply Soft, I've used Lion Brands yarn. It really just depends on your personal preference, but gather your supplies and we'll get going on this headband. This headband requires a foundation single crochet of 68 to begin the headband. So to foundation single crochet, I begin by chaining 2. There's 1 and 2. Now to complete the first foundation single crochet, I take my hook, I go back into the spot right next to the knot. I'm going to yarn over, pull through the chain, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. That completes 1 foundation single crochet. Now to go on to the next one here, I go into this space right here and I place my hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Now if you need to see the foundation single crochet with slower movements and more details, I'm going to include a link to a video in the description below that you can check out to see how to complete the foundation single crochet. So I'm going to continue foundation single crocheting 68 times for this headband. I'll meet you at the end here. So I have 1 more foundation single crochet to complete here to be at 68 foundation single crochets. As a side note, you could chain 69 times and then place a single crochet in the second chain from the hook and in each chain across for a total of 68 single crochets to begin this headband. I will tell you though that I really do like the look of a foundation single crochet start over a chain and single crochet, but it is a personal preference. So again, you could chain 69, turn, and place your first single crochet in the second chain from the hook and in each across for a total of 68 single crochets to start this headband. So there is 68 foundation single crochets. Now we're ready to begin row 1 of the wide twist headband. So to begin this row, I'm going to simply chain 1 and then turn. Now with this very first row, that turn movement is very slight. It just looks like that. Now I'm going to take and place 1 half double crochet in this very first spot right here. And then I'm going to place 1 half double crochet in each space all the way across this headband for a total of 68 half double crochets for row 1. So you can kind of see where I'm placing these half double crochets here into my foundation single crochet. I'm just going right here and completing the stitch. Alright, so I'm ready to place my 68th and final half double crochet for this row 1. So I'm going to yarn over and into this space right here is where I'm going to place my final and 68th half double crochet, and that completes row 1. To begin row 2, we are going to chain 1 and turn. Row 2 is a row of back loop half double crochets. So to complete a back loop half double crochet, we need to yarn over, come in from the top and pick up only the back loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. We'll go to the next stitch, yarn over, go in through the top, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. We're going to continue back loop half double crocheting all the way across the width of this headband. So we have a couple of back loop half double crochets left to place here for row 2. If you're struggling with the back loop half double crochet, I'm going to include a link to a video in the description below that takes this stitch at a slower pace and more detailed pace. That way you can master the back loop half double crochet. So as we complete this row, there will be 68 back loop half double crochets to complete row 2. To begin row 3, we begin by chaining 1 and turning. So row 3 is going to be a row of half double crochets all the way across for a total of 68 half double crochets. So these are the final 2 stitches of 68 half double crochets to complete row 3. Row 4 starts with a chain 1 and a turn. Row 4 is another row of back loop half double crochets all the way across the headband for a total of 68 back loop half double crochets. So row 4 is 68 back loop half double crochets all the way across. Row 5 begins just like all the others, chain 1, turn, and row 5 is a row of half double crochets in each stitch all the way across for a total of 68 half double crochets across the width of the headband. We have a few stitches left in place here in row 5. Remember, there will be 68 half double crochets in this row. One thing I want to point out here is that the very last half double crochet kind of goes in this slanted stitch right here. It's almost hard to see on the very end, and it's this slanted, odd looking stitch. That's where I'm placing my last half double crochet for this row. So keep that in mind as you are placing your stitches. So that's what it looks like for a completed row 5. Row 6 begins by chaining 1 and turning. Row 6 is a row of 68 back loop half double crochets all the way across this headband. And there is my 68th back loop half double crochet. So again, this one too is going into that more slanted stitch right here, so you can see what it looks like here on the end. And we're just going to place it right here for the last back loop half double crochet. To begin row 7, I begin by chaining 1 and then I turn. Row 7 is a row of half double crochets in each stitch all the way across for a total of 68 half double crochets. And that finishes row 7. Row 8 begins by chaining 1 and turning. Just like all our previous even rounds, we're going to place 1 back loop half double crochet in each stitch across for a total of 68 back loop half double crochets. And there is a completed row 8. To begin row 9, we begin by chaining 1 and turning. Row 9 is a half double crochet in each stitch across for a total of 68 half double crochets. And now we've completed row 9. To begin row 10, we begin by chaining 1 and turning. Row 10 is a row of back loop half double crochets all the way across for a total of 68 back loop half double crochets. And there's the completed row 10. To begin row 11, we chain 1 and we turn. And for row 11, we're going to place a half double crochet in each stitch across for a total of 68 half double crochets. And there we've completed row 11. To begin row 12, we chain 1 and we turn. Row 12 places 1 back loop half double crochet in each stitch across for a total of 68 back loop half double crochets. That completes row 12. To begin row 13, we begin by chaining 1 and turning. Row 13 is a row of half double crochets in each stitch across for a total of 68 half double crochets. That completes row 13. To begin row 14, we begin by chaining 1 and turning. Row 14 is another row of back loop half double crochets in each stitch across for a total of 68 back loop half double crochets. And that completes row 14. To begin row 15, we begin by chaining 1 and turning. 15 is our last row, and it's a row of half double crochets in each stitch across for a total of 68 half double crochets. And that completes row 15. Now we're ready to finish our headband. To finish this headband, we need to begin by cutting off our yarn from the skein. I like to leave a little bit longer of a tail for sewing. I'm going to take my hook and I'm going to fasten off. Now we're ready to fold our headband so that way we can sew it together. So to begin folding this headband, we need to make sure that the nice side or the right side is face up. So if you look at it, for this headband, it's the side that has the lines from the back loop half double crochet showing. So we want that facing up. Now we're going to take and fold this headband in half, but what we need to do is take this edge, put it at about the midpoint of the other edge, so about right here is where we're going to put that. Now we're going to take and we're going to fold this side up. The right side is going to be hidden on the inside here, so we're going to fold it up. And you might have to adjust a little bit because you want these two corners here to match up. You'll straighten things out here. I'll turn it so you can maybe see this a little bit better. Then we're going to take this side and we're going to fold it down and underneath. So we're going to end up with a sandwich almost effect like this. And you're going to want to straighten things some so you can prepare to sew. So that's what you want it to look like here. So this is what it would look like if it was laid out. And to bring it up close, this is what it looks like here, the kind of sandwich effect that we've got. Now we need to take our needle, thread it onto the yarn, and we're going to start sewing across. So for this first one, I'm just going to get it down in here. We're going to just sew across kind of a running stitch. Now the key is I want to make sure to catch all 4 of those edges when I'm sewing across here. When we get to this end, we're simply going to weave in our ends. Well, I like to fasten off, I guess I should say first. So I kind of just do a little knot here. And then I'm going to weave in my ends. And then I'm going to cut that yarn off here. Now we again need to thread the yarn onto this needle. And with this end, I'm going to do kind of a whip stitch, an overcast stitch here. I just do this for extra security here. So same thing when I get to this end. I'm going to need to fasten off a little bit, so I just do a little knot. And then I'm going to weave in my ends. We're almost done. Then we're going to clip. Now we need to fold our headband right side out. So we're going to start turning, and there's my twist. And we just turn it right side out. Now you may need to do some adjusting here, but there is your twist headband. I hope you guys have a blessed day.